What is going on, Knicks Nation? Welcome back into Knicks Media. My name is Richie. The Knicks fell to the Los Angeles Lakers last night in overtime, and Jalen Brunson left the game with an apparent ankle injury. We have an injury update I want to provide you guys, and man, oh man, I hope Jalen Brunson's going to be okay because he put on an absolute masterclass last night, but unfortunately the Knicks were able to lose this game 113-109 in OT in LA. A big chance for the New York Knicks to make a statement to the NBA that they can beat one of the hottest teams in basketball. Luka Doncic went out there and put up 32 points, 12 assists, 7 boards. LeBron James, 31, 12, and 8. And Jalen Brunson led the way for the Knicks with 39 and 10, but he rolled his ankle, all right? He rolled his ankle, and we're going to get into the latest update that we've heard about his injury. Big shout out to BetUS, as always, for sponsoring Knicks Media all season long. Much love to BetUS. Now, here is the update from Chris Haynes. Now, this is the latest that we've heard. We heard it come out in the middle of the night last night. Honestly, Chris Haynes came out here and said, quote, "There's optimism. New York Knicks star Jalen Brunson only sustained a sprained ankle. I cannot tell you how big of a deal this is, folks, because I was expecting something a lot worse than that. Now, if it is a sprained ankle, we don't even know the sprain it actually is. It could be grade A, grade B. It could be a really bad sprain where it sidelines him for months. It could be a minor sprain where he's back in a week or two. We don't know the level of the injury yet, but the fact that Chris Haynes reported this is definitely something to hold your breath about, Knicks fans. Now, we're going to wait for the official status by the New York Knicks PR, and I really hope that we can get a good update by the Knicks, a positive update for Jalen Brunson. He's obviously not going to be able to play in tonight's game against the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't see him playing, honestly, the rest of the Western Conference trip that they're on, the West Coast trip. They got the Clippers tonight, and then they have to take on a lot of other teams on the West Coast before they get back home. Last night was their first game on this West Coast trip. They got to take on the Kings. They got to take on Portland, and then they finish off the West Coast trip against Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. I don't think Jalen Brunson is going to be playing in any of these games, so that's the big question. What do we expect from this Knicks team without JB? Because he is the heart and soul of this basketball team. He's the reason why we're able to even be in these games in the clutch, and the Knicks had a huge lead, and they just let it go to this hot Lakers team on the road, which is not ideal. And then without Jalen Brunson, without our closer, Deuce McBride, this is your opportunity. But not only just Deuce McBride, I'm looking at OG Anunoby, who has been playing very good basketball since his game-winning shot a few games ago. Karl Anthony Towns got to wake up and become a legit all-star that he is to take over, because Karl Anthony Towns needs to be the number one scorer. Now with Jalen Brunson going to be sidelined for these next few games, that's a big thing. Mikal Bridges, too hot and cold. You need to step up offensively. I think it's going to be more about a collective elevation of this Knicks team to replace Jalen Brunson than one individual. But of course, Deuce McBride is going to be getting his opportunity off the bench, and hopefully he's not going to be coming off the bench anymore. He's going to be starting in replacement of Brunson, of course, but I hope in his significant increase of minutes. The last time he started, which was his first start, I believe he had a season high 20-plus points. So I'm excited for Deuce. I think Deuce McBride is a great player, and I'm excited to see him get his opportunity. Not the ideal scenario for him to get his opportunity, of course. Not the ideal scenario for that. Now, tonight's game against the Clippers, there's a very interesting prop bet I wanted to show you guys on BetUS Sportsbook. If you guys wanted to check it out yourself, definitely go over there and check out BetUS and receive a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit when you use the code YouTube150, 150% bonus. And look at this cool prop bet they got of Josh Hart, right? Last night against the Lakers, Josh Hart had 2 3-pointers, and it's plus 169 for Josh Hart to hit 2 threes in tonight's game against the Los Angeles Clippers. I think that's a no-brainer, especially without Jalen Brunson out there. You're going to see Josh Hart shoot the ball a little bit more. I like the odds at plus 169 over there for Josh Hart to get 2 3-pointers. That's an easy cash out, in my opinion. So go check out BetUS, folks, the #1 online sportsbook. Big shout out to them. So we don't know the official word on Jalen Brunson in terms of, again, how long he's going to be out, but what we will see is this Knicks team adjust and hopefully get the job done? Because I know that a lot of Knicks fans are hanging their heads after last night's loss. I mean, you see the highlights on your screen. Jalen Brunson had a fantastic game. IQ for 3 on X always puts together the great highlight reel. He had that buzzer beater at the end of the first quarter, and he was getting clutch shot late in the game. But that sprained ankle, man, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt the souls of Knicks fans and the teammates. But this is the opportunity for this Knicks team to come together. And the most important thing, honestly, is Jalen Brunson healthy for the playoffs. Let's keep it a buck here. As long as JB is out there on the floor 100% by the NBA playoffs, we're all good. And we have a month or a month plus before the NBA playoffs begin. So if JB has to be out until then, he has to be out until then, as long as he heals up and he's ready to go and the Knicks go on this playoff run. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section, folks, of Jalen Brunson's injury and your overall thoughts of last night's loss to the LA Lakers and your thoughts about tonight's game against the Clippers. The Clippers are playing good ball. We saw James Harden go crazy a few games ago, so hopefully the Knicks can step up and win for JB in a back-to-back matchup. So you guys let me know your thoughts. Sound off in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Shout out to BetUS as always. See you next time. Peace, folks. Let's go Knicks.